Late last year, a highly sophisticated AI-generated video flooded social media, claiming that Dolly Parton was on her deathbed. The spread was instantaneous and visceral. In an environment of constant digital noise, an attack on Dolly Parton is treated with the gravity of a threat to public utilities. Fellow country legend Reba McEntire stepped in to publicly refute the hoax, calling the AI-generated imagery a mess, allowing millions of fans to exhale. Today's media environment heavily incentivizes division. Public figures are pressured to declare their alignments and demand rigid political allegiance from their fans, instantly alienating half the population. Yet Dolly Parton operates completely outside of that pressure cooker. She manages to hold the genuine affection of deeply opposed demographics, side by side. Her family even has a name for her strict refusal to take partisan stances, endorse candidates, or make political statements. Her nephew coined it, Dollitics. Critics often frame this intense neutrality as a calculated marketing maneuver, a way to keep her opinions hidden to protect her ticket sales from boycotts on both the left and the right. But looking closely at how she operates her empire reveals a different reality. Her refusal to pick a side isn't a retreat. It's the technical prerequisite for her work. By staying neutral, she maintains access to build systems addressing education and regional poverty. When an 18-year-old Dolly Parton arrived in Nashville the day after her high school graduation, the music industry was famous for stripping young artists of their ownership rights. She immediately established Velvet Apple Music to ensure she retained the copyrights and publishing control over her own songwriting catalog. She possessed a fierce instinct for business long before she achieved international fame. That instinct was tested when Elvis Presley wanted to record a cover of her song, I Will Always Love You. Elvis's manager, Colonel Tom Parker, demanded half the publishing rights to the track as a condition of the deal. Parton walked away from the biggest star in the world to keep her rights intact. Decades later, Whitney Houston's version of that same song generated millions in royalties directly for Parton. By rigorously protecting her intellectual property, she built the financial vault that would eventually fund her philanthropic ambitions. She directed that wealth straight back into East Tennessee. In 1986, she partnered with Hershend Family Entertainment to open Dollywood in Pigeon Forge. Dollywood draws nearly 3 million visitors annually and employs over 3,000 local staff, acting as the region's primary economic engine. Their Grow You program also pays 100% of college tuition for employees across 100-degree programs. She bypassed the traditional celebrity vanity project and built a self-sustaining corporate ecosystem that directly supports her home county's working class. This is where her strict political neutrality becomes a mechanical advantage. Because she refuses to alienate any demographic, she can easily secure ground-level cooperation from conservative local governments and liberal donor networks alike. In 1995, she launched the Imagination Library to honor her father's struggles with illiteracy. The goal was to provide free, high-quality books to children from birth to age 5, regardless of their family's income. Mapped globally, the program has distributed over 314 million free books across 5 countries. The structure relies on a central foundation managing the database and overhead, while local community partners raise funds to cover mailing costs in their specific zip codes. This established network allowed her to pivot instantly during a crisis. Following the devastating Gatlinburg wildfires in 2016, she launched the My People Fund. By bypassing traditional bureaucratic red tape, her telethon raised over $9 million. Her organization directly handed out checks of $1,000 a month for 6 months to over 900 families who lost their homes. 4 years later, she quietly donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University Medical Center. That specific funding directly accelerated the clinical trials for the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. None of these massive civic, educational, or health projects could function at this scale if she were bogged down in partisan warfare. Her universal appeal provides the logistical frictionlessness needed to move capital quickly. Dolly Parton's execution of power is so specific that she has fully transitioned from a pop culture fixture into a subject of formal academic study. At Indiana University, students can enroll in a course officially titled The Anthropology of Dolly Parton. The curriculum treats her career as a rigorous case study. It analyzes how her music and business decisions intersect with massive sociological themes, like regional stereotypes, working-class identity, and labor activism. Academia is now mapping exactly what her fanbase has instinctively known for decades. She has engineered a reliable method for bringing deeply opposed people into the same room. As she approaches her 80s, she continues to release new music, recently placing a rock album at the very top of the Billboard charts to extend a career that has now spanned 6 decades. She has sold over 100 million records worldwide and holds a rare collection of Emmys, Grammys, Oscars, and Tonys. Yet her trophy case is entirely secondary to her civic footprint. Dolly Parton proves that radical empathy and uncompromising generosity are highly effective administrative tools. By refusing to divide her audience, she retained the power to actually help them.